Oyeni and the developer of mine. If you were here, I can say one person. And two by 20 pack of 2 1. His server vindicates any pan. Why had the old year, now the one in the bar. Sandy pan bay you. Say, Esha, every woman will cry. And you went to. Into my two, the head is low. The record. And tell me for the year can I say. Dingerano and first who course you said the air course you are a idea a very high income because all democracy now we quite and to our said the India. I just say democracy. And to be too good now, so people also say we are going to restore democracy worthy of restoration. Now, say democracy you are now by restore them. Or by restore impunity in case of disruption. Impunity now, Baba, very strong. Now, I will say more, I did my Yachita for the sake. The internal, what would they go in and go for me before our country? Yeah, ready. And Mopuna, baby, what we Arab Spring in this time, my name, woman in Asia, says here. Woman, sorry, I said, woman, I won't get my woman, I won't go ye mo. Woman, that she had to touch. I did you go see a man about to say, tell you almost so that I won't be barbecue as I didn't. Woman, I was here, sorry, as the son almost happened. Now, say, see, I don't find a woman or more fine trade in Granite, not say, Yaman, I was over. Eti mbabuni ebufu na obutisi kroma ebeti manso anu. Nti ne ka kire mi se. Wo me he bibi. Akofa. Grandma. Diende ebetwe bi mabuna wo ga na nyina. Se mo da electoral commission office bra mo nkoda ho. Na ye twire di nu ni ntu aba money. If you say, so you say, and family one, maybe a main trouble, you mean trouble, 1, 2, the auto so no, or so. Indeed, the obey to me, I say, Ube to no free more. Why are the first year to say, Ube for try to dinner on the 1 year when you go to the free? Indeed, a fact when you track at a gun and you say, Achia a movie, or when you be Bibia will be to be a say. Now, can I make it about with people drama next year? Yes, I am ready. All the stations, yet the Nipa and almost shed the caution. Until the Mabonia already, I shall see a caution. Ebi, I am Saka, and I mean, baby, washing. But be our conjuring now. As I say, it's me printed BB or machine every cell. Machine and was 000 and you be a din she would run at it. No one will be our chassis and that will pay 90% of stations. If you are the one who me printed, starting point. And the man, agency, and Charles said, they actually didn't be a boom data, and the idea of dinner was what it's a lawyer idea. You better woman. The TPR, say, it's in there, or more, Juma, you ever said. But the woman start print out, they bring a closing print out. It didn't be actually a call for so trippy. And until they back compare, I would say, nothing be woman run and try to do. You will now say, won't you ask any free one? And the letter said, actually, very good one of the farmers. Or children of Pastor Moshe here starting print out. As I said, you print it, you will say, yeah, Koda, you may, but you are near Dura, you close here, I Koda. And I don't know, we are the trip beyond couple. Until you shoot the brother. One man said, TTV, into one more looking free baby. This is the food will be the one be changing. This is who will be separate. Only and clear and near as she go on. I don't see additional for the better master. In himself, the make love to show up the shop. The grand and a year school. Baby, if you did, your strong was very brave. If you didn't, do I see system breakdown? But do a card to look at system here is being printed. I mean, discuss it until we near video. It means transit 70 by the Ahoye NDC, say, engagement. Never be Ahoye NDC, a year. It's not that we are a Kayakana, among Fabia, radio, the letter commission to me, Susan by letter commission. Unim about you, Miano. Electoral commission, 8 minutes. Emma Nipa, I'm open to say, or may president, or no, the tanker. 2020, even voter register, you come on some point of voter statistics. Constituencies, how much your office is what now transfer 4,000. There be a big one, this is on good, but you know, if you hire a office, you have a best. Tani Maria Nation and Mabi. And until a friend, he looks as a woman in another community as a man. Went to your man. I am Christian. Indeed, when I must say, I mean,
thank you very much. We'll just leave room for about 6 questions, 3 from the English nations and then 3 from the chief.
All right, Abusian for Mecha Obibia na me wejidie say obi anso ehon ye ene yasema back to our live stream program 1 hour with Monofie na sene ya yinim no medin William Monofie amankona na ye started General Mosquito some statements be and I said what they have seen about this limited registration na ECA you know and then there may be a caucus so I think say intwa but Ghana for do na akase anka ebetimi anka yisi enye sa limited registration we say no e various polling stations but yisi say on tiase that's young fans I say I started about 3 days ago omugu so mbo so ntino NDC as a political party there eguso a ye hwe ne ya ekobia nti bibia na de ne bedi akiri na mfomso bi e ho bia no as a political party ne be kama Ghana for ate na if they moving forward no ye nyina yetime accorate a lot of things no send be ya ebetimi a movie forward because you say politics here there the chichire man now right from the word go now no politics obi be wiawa the intro is the first step ebia obi tinchen wenim enti as a political party say otana say the intro no ye biti we treke e wagadere there that is the okosoro ba from crowd the general election no enya there oba win enti these are some of the things that NDC as a political party no ya dey adwen asiso na idi achiri say ne be ya ibitimi aye bibia nso pepepe na yentimi nyaema obia emfa varagadam ketasehye na kululu bia MBBT political party no na ene live stream no ade a last 3 or 4 days me start here, but due to some technical challenges in Tino, Mantimi and we now and then they may because the full length. In Tino, so Benya Quenya, so say wait me about live on the program as well. Minu and wait me abaso. Minu essay boko de by de be I about life for him. Minu that's a pa, that's a pa. So Minu one of the good guys are almost every day be I about life. He follows me and then he comments. Sana me pese will be and he say, oh, Quenya Quadia number no 050-811-7781. Ubitimi contribute to live on the show. And as I say, person also live on the program to send an image to video. Ya me say yeah. Of course, you can send me a message and then I will just send you a link. Na me do about live stream, so I think it's possible because I've been actually no and yet me nkwa they are at least say ama ubia etimi ebi. Now and the live stream we say no maybe kasafa some policies and programs that NPP are buying about power at the town and Jose, they actually brought all these kind of policies. But I'm here today to prove to the world to say a NPP policy, but actually they stole all these policies and programs from NDC. And me shall say, I'm for free SHS. And shall say, I think so that is the basic thing. Ghana for be and say NPP and a day free SHS. And as I said, no kind of free education at the buy. When you're in 1992, and under His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, he will say, Ghana for MIQ school so he introduced a policy called F-Cube, Free Compulsory Universal Basic Education. And under that program, no, NHS said almost all basic educations in Ghana be free. You can basically, it started from kindergarten, ABC, GHS. So they made those kind of education for free. And the first MIF said NPP and free education by Ghana, and actually free education was introduced under J.J. Rawlings, which was NDC-led government, and did free education about Ghana. Then moving forward, when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama took over, he made all day SHS free. Day school for under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama between 2012 2016, it was totally free. I'm live on the show. If somebody thinks that what I'm saying is false, they can just call on the line, or you can just come and then refute me. You can also comment or whatever, and then we discuss it. These are all public documents, and I'm just talking about. And Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo only came to add boarding students, and then made those also free. And true say under NPP, and education in Ghana became totally free. And true sir, that is the first thing. Ubia can't just say free education about Ghana under NPP, and no correct. But one thing about NPP is they are very good in making noise. And I don't say they will just make noise for people to believe say it's actually they brought it, but they did not implement free education in Ghana. Honestly, free education in Ghana now started under F-Cube, Free Compulsory Universal Basic Education. So if this is new, or if today is the first time you can actually Google and see how Free Compulsory Universal Basic Education under the 1992 Constitution was being implemented under NDC government, being led by J.J. Rawlings. So when His Excellency John Dramani Mahama also came, he also came with the free education, but only for day students. Underline there were day students. Until while you bought you could go to school for free. You bought the beyond 8 years school fees, but day students had education for free. But let me just stress on this point. I'm based in Finland, Finland, and that is where I've been living. In Finland, education is free. But nobody in Finland goes to boarding school. It's always day students. The senior secondary school in Europe is free, but only day students because there's no boarding system there. So NDC under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama copied that concept from Europe. I understand it from Germany and then some also from Finland, because whilst in Finland I saw NDC education ministers came to Finland to copy this kind of educational concept. And these schools were built in communities. So in Finland, senior secondary schools are only in communities. In the community out there, or by crosses our community and different community. But actually in that community, they will go to the school for free. If somebody also thinks that what I'm saying is not true, he or she can also challenge me based on the facts. But I'm telling you the facts say, Europe, I am based in Finland, so let me just talk about Finland. SHS is free, but any boarding. And almost all SHS is located in the communities and until you only go to free education or free SHS in Finland or community team. And it is the same concept and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama started in Ghana by building all the E-blocks based on the communities now. So you could actually go to school for free based on your community. So all these students now were free under His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. In Ghana, I'm from Techiman. So Oko Techiman, Jaku School, we have a day E-block sited there. Almost everybody who was going to school there, it was free. And if anybody tells you, say, now don't free education or free SHS by Ghana, and Yanokre, it was being implemented by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. So that is the first thing. Yanko Animonso. But as I said, the number is 050-811-7781. So if somebody thinks what I'm saying here is not true, he or she can just either send me a message or comment, or you can actually join my live stream on 050-811-7781. I will actually let you be on the show. Now, if you refute me, then we all share Jojo. Then we see, say, why not? As I'm making all kind of cry a womb. And so that is the first one. Then let's move on to another area. But we will call health insurance. Okay, let me just move on to health insurance. Health insurance actually started in Ghana from Nkoranza, St. Teresa's Hospital. It's the ABN Obinim. It's the NPP for Bekanchi also the health insurance by Ghana, but that is not true. In Ghana, health insurance started in Nkoranza Ewo Bono East. And under the Nkoranza health insurance, and that is the health insurance. When Rollins saw it, what is happening in Nkoranza, and then health insurance in Ghana started. Rollins decided on a pilot project to expand Nkoranza to other places. And actually, when His Excellency J.E. Kufuor, he also saw the concept and said, okay, it's good. So he expanded it and made it nationwide. But nationwide, what happened is, say now Techiman and our registered health insurance, Wenchia and Yejuma, Nkoranza and Yejuma. So if you were based in Accra, now community ultimate register health insurance, when you fall sick, now they call Tema and Yejuma. So it was under His Excellency John Evans Atamels, introduced a concept and made health insurance throughout Ghana. But the concept is say you get a card now, it works everywhere in the country. So that is the concept. So you could see from what I'm trying to mean here, say government contributing a quota to the developmental projects of the country. Indeed, if His Excellency Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia or any NPP Nibia etne baby can't say NPP for and the health insurance by Ghana, and they've been able to implement it properly. Actually, it started as a project in Nkoranza Ana Enya Payasem. And the first Abayan with him introduce health insurance and NDC Abayan under Jerry J. Rollins. That is the second one I just want us all to understand. NDC has actually made health insurance possible in the country. Not first and no big him say possible and doable in the societies. NDC actually made health insurance possible. And then made a lot of Niama Beba wanting to say, when I say, actually, wait, must send me a message, then I will take my time to elaborate more on it. Program here 1 hour with Monufi, and usually I try to stream 1 hour of my time. And say, if I'm going over, maybe I will trim it down, or I might go a little bit faster. Say, it's me working within the 1 hour period, and so hallelujah, amen. And I always want it to be like that. Yanko Yenim. NPP came up with a program in Ghana. They were actually making a lot of noises about it. Now, I think, say, Ghana for the donor, ABI, and Sheda, and Koso, and as they actually tricked us into believing, say, they actually brought it. And that policy is what we call the year of return in Ghana. And let me just go and then tell you what the year of return is all about. Maybe you might understand me from that point. I am here today to tell you, say, the year of return and NPP policy. No. And I want strong NPP members to come and refute what I'm about to say here. Say the year of return, it is not their policy. So if any NPP member or NPP person tells you say the year of return a NPP policy, I can't say me William Munufi Amankona, I may 1 hour with Munufi. I am telling them say it's not true. The year of return is not an NPP policy. So let me just tell you what the year of return was meant to be. The year of return came in 2019, underline 2019. NPP are buying areas on African Americans in the diaspora to all come together and jojo and discuss about this slavery and then other things and then enhance tourism in the country. So that is what they call the year of return. But they made Ghanaians into believing say a new policy in the country ubi anyebida. And that is what they told Ghanaians. Say, the year of return is a new policy. NPP abaya kwada adwin ade bi hu na de ade kese bi aba enye true Saminianum. If anybody tells you that, I can't say me say enye true because I'm here today to tell you say this kind of things enye true sir. Do you remember what we call Panafest? Pan African Festival, introduced in 1992 under J.J. Rawlings. Panafest was a festival. Yeah, they African Americans in the diaspora, and they come to Georgia and these kind of things. But Panafest is being held every 2 years or every other year. 2 years we are here Panafest. So NPP are being so smart, and then they stole this policy. Say Panafest, okay, let's try to rebrand Panafest and call it the year of return. Say they be confused amount for arguing say we are introducing a new concept or a new policy to enhance tourism. But no, Panafest has been in existence since 1992 under J.J. Rawlings. Every 2 years we are in Ghana, a celebrating Panafest. And African Americans in the diaspora do come to Ghana to celebrate Panafest with us. And enye no kore obi kan say NPP are buying to introduce you any other thing in Ghana if the year of return. I can't just say it was a copy paste policy of NDC if a Panafest, and that is what they actually did. From back I said the first when Nana became president, the first speech and Nana Kanyana, it was plagiarized. If I just say okay, and that is exactly the same thing they keep doing almost every day. So you could actually see say plagiarism in the DNA of NPP4, and actually Nana Adodanko Akufo-Addo Abayemono, plagiarism has been part of them. Say yes, nobody can even in Ghana here tell us say Panafest has been in existence since 1992. That's a over 2019. That's a you rebrand Panafest into Year of Returner. Then you make Ghanaians or the whole world to believe say you want out the new policy. The policy is so unique. It is enhancing tourism, and we got this amount of money. No, that is not true because you stole the policy from NDC and you just created a new concept out of it and rebranded it. But I'm advising NPP for signing man or more, and more mind. Almost say, Amamuno, this government comes or the policy bar, then you come, then you continue, the next person comes, you continue. But always you want to bring down your predecessors by saying say they didn't do anything, and then you steal their policy, and then you rebrand it, and then into making others to believe say, hey, policy na bar, it's not true. And they should learn, say moving forward, and they should stop all those kind of things. This is, I think, the fourth one I'm just telling you. Even plagiarism is one of them because he stole all the statements he read on the first day he became the president from other presidents into Uriah. And then if so move via Panafest, I rebranding a year of returner. Exactly, that is what you're gonna say because say they stole almost all the policies of the government or my predecessors' policies and they steal it into say we are other policy be a Panafest. They're in the year of returner. Say and that is the policy. NDC actually thought about these kind of things, and then it is a policy NDC introduced here to enhance tourism. Actually, Panafest every year behind a year day, Ghana for or more in the diaspora or Africans in the diaspora they come, we send them to Cape Coast Castle and other castles, Christian Ball castles and other things, and then they walk around and then they spend money in the country. It enhances tourism. This is NDC's policy and yet NPP policy. It is NPP Nibia can just on the day year of return by sin who and correct. Actually, all that they are good at stealing people's programs and then projects. That is the only thing they do. Until the year of return, any NPP policy, it is actually NDC's policy, your friend Panafest. And that is what is on the screen. You can take your time to read. Panafest, a NDC policy. since 1992. Actually, let me see if I can actually read some. The Pan-African, so the full meaning of Pan-Afest is Pan-African Festival. Let me stress on that point. Pan-African Festival. And yet NPP policy. So the Pan-African Festival, Pan-Afest, is the most celebrated Pan-African festival in the world, inspired back in 1992. As I said, in the Pan-Afest or Pan-African Festival, being introduced under an NDC-led administration, His Excellency Jerry John Rawlings, and they introduced you a unique festival in Ghana, or the African Americans or Africans in the diaspora to come back home. We told them that actually Ghana is your home. So come home and we all live in harmony. And that is what they did. Into the first Pan-African Festival, it was being introduced by an NDC-led administration, NPP. So into NS NPP, a year of return, anybody CV amount for say, they actually introduced a whole new system in Ghana called African Americans in the diaspora. We take them around the country and tell them, say, this is your home, we are your brothers, you come and live with us, and then they all come out. A new concept. A concept that is in existence for so long. If somebody thinks that what I'm trying to mean here is not true, you can just comment or you can just come and then we all share the ideas. On this show, I don't actually insult anybody. I just bring out the facts as it is. Inti Minia Eugenia, I was NPP's MC and clueless of governance. It's true. Because one will say, let me just stress on that point again. Governance. Weiba obeye no abetwaso. Weiba no obeye no abetwaso. It's asked me about Eugenia Ekano. Say NDC the policy be by a friend Pan-Afest. Pan-African Festival. In the kind of boom. Now say since 1992, back, and then 2019, you still say, okay, maybe the spirit of Pan-Afest is going down, so let's bring on board another policy to enhance it. I'm not trying to say I buy be at the animonas or the ADB banner, so you come and copy and then you polish it well to look nicer. So if you think, say, okay, Pan-Afest has been in existence for so long, and Pan-Afest, you have to credit NDC. So Pan-Afest was introduced in 1992 by an NDC-led administration. And if you think that you're also bringing on board or you are polishing it to look nicer, because maybe as day in, day out, things are fading. So you rebrand it and call it Year of Return. Matimamufon who say a Pan-Afest no and a Yasasa Dino abayeni the Year of Return. But don't tell people say you actually brought a whole new policy. Now NPP is good at bringing something, they are enhancing tourism, they're doing that. And the Year of Return, Ghana being said that no, and new truth is a Year of Return, a Pan-Afest, and our rebranding of Afro. That is what I'm trying to mean here. The Year of Return, no, a Noah and a friend, a Pan-Afest, Pan-African Festival, NDC, and introduced here in 1992. You can get time and then Google it and then you read more about it. I can also put it on the screen if somebody wants to also read it for some time. And then I'm not faking anything here. All that I'm trying to mean here and say, we should credit our predecessors and then see you as a minister, you come on board with new ideas. But don't steal your predecessor's idea and then polish it to make sure to let citizens into believing, say, hey, oh, new idea out there. But meanwhile, no, Pan-Afest is in Ghana already since 1992. Until whoever said, say the Year of Return is unique in Ghana now, and you're not correct, and our because the Year of Return has been in existence there. And just imagine, say, I did a Pan-African Festival, the African Americans or Africans in the diaspora, Eba Ghana, to celebrate with their folks and those kind of things. Then you come and say, oh, they'll be the Year of Return. Now, our rebranding of Florida, we did to actually tell them, no, we are not going to allow that. And you're fine. We shouldn't do those kind of things. I always say in academia, a plagiarism, so you could see, say, it started from the head because the president did it and then got away with it. Almost all the ministers are also doing the same thing. That is what NPP is good at. MY. Let's move on in another angle. If I tell NAPCO. NPP are made all Ghanaians to believe they have actually employed 100,000 people, 100,000 graduates. Then giving them employment. If I that is NAPCO. Say, wow, NAPCO be you can also come then we also talk much about NAPCO. So NPP Aban, when they came into office, they introduced a concept, Nation Builders Corps, IFN and NAPCO in short. And then when NAPCO came, they first employed 100,000 people. So you got 100,000 or so. Then I'll tell you where the 100,000 and then the money they got into implementing NAPCO, where they got it from. For NPP Aban. I'm here for 19 Wagadre Aban pa me hu bi kurada. Wagadre Aban. So on the screen, you can also read what the president actually said when he was inaugurating NAPCO. Actually, they gave 100,000 people employment. We all transported to Accra, a big fanfare, and then he actually gave employment to 100,000 people. And the land they went 100,000. So let me read something from the news. Then you can. Yes, I will be back. I say I'm just faking, but I have said on my show. The show is 1 hour with Munufie. I try to stream 1 hour of my time. I don't insult. I bring out the facts. You can also go and cross-check it. That's my American. You think I'm lying, you can tell me. But I always believe in my integrity. That is the truth. I'm telling us all here. So President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo on Wednesday inducted the first batch of 100,000 personnel of government flagship programs, Nation Builders Corps, NAPCO, with an admonishment to be dutiful and productive in the areas they had been assigned. I have not even read much about it. I have not even practiced it. So no, you could see, I'm just reading what is in the news. So if somebody tells you, say, Nana Addo did not employ the first 100,000 people, based on the news we are reading, that is not what the news says. If you have time, I'll be to me, I read it. Most of these news are making, then you can actually understand, say, what I'm saying is true. So, the question somebody might ask me is, say NAPCO, Nana Addo did NAPCO about. Now I employ 100,000 people. Why are you making noise about it? I am here today to tell you, say NAPCO, any NPP program. They actually stole it from NDC and then rebranded with a new name. What I'm going to read today, I took it from the budget statement of the government of Ghana. I mean, if I can reposition it very, very well. Okay. So it's going to be like that. If it's not clear for you, you can just prompt me, then I can put it. So the budget statement and economic policy of the government of Ghana for the 2016 financial year, if I underline the word 2016 here. I want to stress on this, and I'm NAPCO, let me just go back to what NAPCO was about. Maybe you can actually follow me. So NAPCO in 2019, which is July 7th, employ the first 100,000 personnel into NAPCO. If I underline this, I just want you to be very careful here because my person made it. So the statement I'm going to read now, the budget statements and economic policy of the government of Ghana for the 2016 financial year, presented to Parliament on 13th November 2015. 13th November 2015 by Seth E. Tekwe, Minister of Finance. So, Mr. Seth Tekwe read budget way on 13th November 2015. That's your 13th November 2015. All right. On page 185 of that document, and I said, in 2015 November, 13th November now. If I show paragraph in the number, paragraph 991. If you can't what is actually written there, then you can also see. Say, I'm not making up anything. So this document on your screen now, no, the first is our 2015 document now, in Parliament, 2015. Actually, 2015, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was the president, not Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. The title was Job Creation Youth Employment Initiative. But you underline that word, Job Creation Youth Employment Initiative. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Tekpe, the then finance minister, to Parliament. So you can actually also cross-check it from Parliament, or you can Google the 2015 or 2016 budget statement being read by Mr. Tekpe under the leadership of JM. Let me just stress on that point. Mr. Speaker, the National Employment Policy was launched with focus on the employment of youth, women, and the vulnerable. Subsequently, the Youth Employment Act 2015, Act 885, was passed with dedicated source funding. If I underline the word also, dedicated source funding. So what it means here, when they pass the Act 885, they have money available there. Under the Community Improvement Program, so what it means here, NDC was about to call that policy, Community Improvement Program. Program and the NPP for Fed and NAPCO. So the only thing NPP did, they say, under the Community Improvement Program, they also did it under NAPCO. Under the Community Improvement Program, NDC was about to call it Community Improvement Program, and then they called it NAPCO. A total of 100,000 youth. Actually, I first spoke about 100,000 NPP for Ghana. So NDC says, hey, under the dedicated source funding, they are going to employ 100,000 youth in 6 different areas. So 6 different areas. Everything is on the screen, so I'm not making anything up. Let's read it. Waste and sanitation, number 1. Security services, number 2. Community teaching assistance, number 3. Community health assistance, number 4. Youth in afforestation, number 5. And then youth in April, number 6. But you see, is it not NAPCO? But if somebody thinks I'm just lying, I didn't make anything up. I'm just reading what is on the screen or what is on the document. I'm not saying I wrote these kind of things. These are all screenshots from this document now. Already in Parliament. So I did not make anything up. So you could see from these documents, say NPP Aban have no policy in the country. They only come to steal policies of previous governments and then rename it or plagiarize it or give it a new name for people to believe in, say they actually brought it, but they did not initiate anything. So you could see, say 100,000 people on employed. When Sikana dedicated source funding a sign on say go. So Ghanaians youth, you have to start to ask it about and say, but you say you are bringing on board a policy if you be an employee youth. I didn't first 100,000 sign a human any hobby. And I'm here telling you, say, because they didn't even understand the program. And then the money was just there in 2016 budget. You're reading in 2015. That source funding was dedicated. It was actually there. So they just came into government, took scanner, and then tried to think, okay, and then they renamed the policy NAPCO, and then called the same 100,000. And they remember about some because you could see from here, say, 100,000 sikana down, the same sikana down, but in this kind. So they actually employed the same 100,000 people now. Na GM account wasem dadano. So they did not eat the money, or they actually did well by employing 100,000 people. But the fault here is instead of saying say a for program with the NDC program, they say no. We have introduced a new policy called NAPCO, and we are employing 100,000 graduates. We are giving them employment. What happened after the 100,000 Sikana sign? Where is NAPCO? This is the question we are asking now today. Because NAPCO should say they have not been paid. Because 100,000 Sikana sign, and that's it. And see, media someone and yep, true say NPP policy and NAPCO. No, they actually stole it from NDC. But no meaning how the source funding came into being, When it finished, they couldn't do anything about it. All that they did, they say, because that is the only thing that they did. So I'm not faking anything out. I just say it and then prove to you with the documents at hand. Wow, you doubt me, you can also go and read it, or you can actually go and research it and see if what I'm saying here is not true. It is not me who is making it up, because these are facts, these are documents. At that Ghana team, research. But the only problem I have with people, they say many people were not able to read the whole finance minister budget, and going to do page 185 or under paragraph 991. They couldn't actually read it that far. And then say all these 100,000 people, and then Zoom police, Zoom Lion, teaching assistants, community health programs were policies of NDC. They didn't know. Many NDC communicators, they didn't actually know. But your politics, politics in modern world, we have to do the politics with facts, with documents. And yes, it is no, and I don't engage in those kind of politics again. And yet, to say way, I'm just doing it to favor my NDC or something. I'm just doing it to tell the Ghanaian youth, say, hey, NDC inquiring what better policies for you. Because all these policies we are talking about are being implemented by NDC, or it was the existence that came about by NDC and NPP. So that is why they're able to mess it up when they took the office power. It's the NPP, when they took the money now, they didn't even understand the policy. That is what I'm talking about here. They didn't understand it. They didn't even understand what the policy was about. And they said, what and I said, why they say easy. And what are you going to do? And they say, what they are maybe over criticizing, but actually no one's won't be implementing any good policy. You only come to steal people's speeches, people's documents, people's ideas are very, very bad. But while stealing it, credit those people for others to know, say, okay, and Pasana Nipa will say had better policies for the nation. But so now I am the leader, or I am the president, or I am in office. Intimidation be using the policies, but actually, no, I'm going to polish it to make it the better lives for the people. Tell the people, say, hey, I do we are me, I buying way in the start here, and actually, no, I'm crediting them because they had better policies. But just I buy assistant, and I'm a president, and I never be a leader. But you don't tell the people at the same time you stole their policies and then you rebranded it and then you are now implementing it. And you're good, sir. Until the program here 1 hour with Monofie on this show, I try to always say the facts. I don't insult, and I wouldn't be happy to be Dimatem. That is the truth. But anyway, we just try to manage it. So what I'm doing now is say most of the policies are NPP for a year by now. And your money, they actually stole it. Internationally, I started from Panafest. You name say Panafest. In 1992, J.J. Rollins introduced the Pan-African Festival to bring home Africans in the diaspora, and I say African Americans or Africans don't go into slavery. When they sold them away, we want them to come back home. And then Opana came into government and says, okay, and also the new policy about the year of return. But what they failed to do, they failed to tell Ghanaians, say, the year of return is the same thing as Panafest. They failed the people. NPP, you are failing Ghanaians. Chronobono Adorson. Most of the policies and actually you steal it from people. So let people know. So we do things just like that. So the next document I made here, One Village, One Dam. Someone named say NPP introduced a policy they called One Village, One Dam. And then how Kumsin made it, or made Ghanaians into believing, says, "Can I demand no intimate establish any meaningful dam yet she was the minister for One Village, One Dam, or the president's special initiatives. But on your screen now, it was actually President John Dramani Mahama went to Navarone to commission some projects. na water projects become ɛwɔ Navrongo. Then he actually introduced or commissioned other dam. It was being used for irrigation. So when you go down the document on your screen, I'm in position here, then we can all read it and see. So he said the president also cut the sword for the construction of a water treatment plant at the Tono Dam, which would augment the via irrigation dam or something like that. So the president was actually commissioning a project or cutting so that it was being used for a dam in that catchment area. About the Bolgatanga and then the Paga area into their agricultural purposes. So at that material time, NPP for who say, oh, the president was commissioning dam, it be used for irrigation purposes or for agricultural purposes. Then when they came into government, now quickly now, they went to say, oh, when they buy a village or northern region, one dam. So quickly, they introduced the policy they call one village, one dam. Then they started to sing it. Until now, one NPP the to make a so. Ubisan said, then I buy the second thing we can say, oh, we northern region, one village be our dam, one village be our dam. Yet he or she knows that any true northern region where dam be anywhere almost see. And actually, what they did there was a dugout. In Su thought they said, no, in Su to ya, in Su better go, but in the dry season, in Su in a area call. And they know. So one village, one dam, and yet they made Ghanaians to believe in say they are building dams in the north. But the minister that you know, then minister, honorable how come say catch the Ghana for say Sikana Parliament demand, which is $250,000 or whatever, I don't even remember. But I remember 250,000 something. Let me just try to see if I can get the real amount and all kind of. Or catch the Ghana for say Sasikano. Yeah, you say intimacy any meaningful dam. Yet she accepted to become a minister and then lied to Ghanaians and say, "Osisi dam, I'm a Ghana for." Which are from Pacha, someone in the channel. Under this government, all that they do is to lie to Ghanaians. They lie to Ghanaians. Ghana for no, they are doing something, yet they are not doing anything. They are not doing anything. You see, the minister actually says, "Sika 250,000 Ghana cedis in the man no, ain't mean see any meaningful dam." I'm just screenshotting some document here and then put it on the screen for all. Yes, I will be back say, "Asma meka no, enye no kore." I mean, person meka asem no be back say, "Asma okay, enye no kore." But in fact, who say ya pa? So what when say asma okay no, enye no kore pa no be back say asma okay no. Masa. No, I don't do my things like that. I always try to say the truth as it is. Na afedie, I can live a very, very comfortable life. Send be Americano. I'll try to put that screenshot, on the program. Na afedie one kasa wahe. And yes, ubi tiwa onjini. Inti one will say NPP are buying. The only thing that they are now doing is say they'll tell you one thing, whilst Asamamokan they are also trying to mean something different. Asamamokan one say and so that is what they will make you into believing Asamamokan and Indeed, the minister then told Ghanaians said, "Damn no, sika 250,000 Ghana cedis. The man is only one dam biano. Ain't mean see any meaningful dam." Yet she accepted to become a minister under that project. It's almost a very, very funny and very, very surprising. Very, very funny. And as I said, very, very, very surprising. And here we can form the ever to screen so then we can all read it and see. Say asma mekan and yet truby enemy. nti me patches wo minister na say saa sika na de amana no enya de a ebetimi asi any meaningful dam. So NPP. So the point is they didn't even understand the policy in NDC, you know, because for them, no, everything is just like 419. So they just come and then lie to the people. But in politics, as long as you keep doing that, you know, then you are just bringing the whole nation into a halt because you're you need to tell the truth. I say, Abayano. So one kind of credit will be the team of one there kind of credit. So that is one thing at NPP for they are good at, only telling lies. I don't know say if you are just following the whole argument in America. So the argument I'm making here is say most of the policies of NPP Abayano, they did not actually introduce it. Policies are move free NDC for, and then instead of crediting NDC say no my they are failing to do that. Because maternal can't just health insurance and NPP in the buy health insurance actually started from Onkoransa St. Teresa's Hospital. Health insurance actually started from St. Teresa's Hospital, Onkoransa, Iowa East. And see, if somebody tells you say health insurance and the NPP are buying a cover buying or no, they came. I'm not saying they didn't do anything, but they came to polish the health insurance. Because when you as a medium agreement, you come and your predecessor has done something, then you come to polish it. Why are they? We give credit to you, but we are building a nation, so we are all moving forward gradually. Until Mobia who say, oh, JJ Rollins, my buy now I add is something good. My buy now John Dramani, Mama I add is good. My buy now JEMLs I add is good. That is how we build a nation. But in people are mind, they don't do that. They only discredit you and then steal your policy or your ideas and then make they were once and say they actually brought it, but they did not do anything about it. That is how NPP for it here. And so if you have some idea you want to add and so you can also add it so that we all share the same ideas, then we move on. Program air 1 hour with Monofi. And then I try to stream within 1 hour. That is what I do almost every day. I'll come back with a different concept or a different topic that we do. Now, I don't actually insult. That is not my style. Until I try to come down to leveler. That is how I am. And to recap what I have said today, the first thing I spoke about a health insurance, it wasn't implemented by NPP. But actually, when J.J. Rollins saw and for health insurance, he came and then piloted it in the nation. Kufuor came into government, took it nationwide. But then time no kita health insurance card will be to say mamobia untimi fa unko ebia alajo emanenye. Then Atamils came and then made it nationwide. Say card nikita and all the koba bia until you can pick the health insurance card from a table. Or who could do to say Kumasi Gia, you can actually use the card there and it works. Until another so I've been introduced to a new under His Excellency JM John JM. So they introduced a policy. It was easy for you to register health insurance because before now it was very difficult to register. Then when another came, they have actually digitalized the system. You can actually renew your health insurance card on your phone. So this is governance. It goes on like that. And then the second policy, free SHS. NPP did not introduce free education in Ghana. Free education started under J.J. Rollins, NFN FQ, Free Compulsory Universal Basic Education. So when anybody or somebody tells you, say, NPP funded free education by Ghana, free education started under J.J. Rollins. And actually, it was being implemented in Ghana's constitution. And as a Ghana's constitution, then when His Excellency J.M. Dramani so by my boarding day students in a free. So under the leadership of His Excellency JM, that day school for school for free. Because from primary school to JHS there is free already, as I've said, under FQ. And then he made day schools for free. And I've said that policy, or free most European countries, because I am based in Finland, and in Finland, you go to school for free during the SHS, but it is based in the community. The community out now, then you get education for free. Then when Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, His Excellency, came into government of power now, he added boarding students. So it became free from kindergarten, bedroom boarding, it's free. We pick from here, then we continue, we go like that. Until any NPP in policy. So on the day, that is not the truth. Then I move forward to say the year of return NPP for, they actually brought African Americans or Africans in the diaspora into Ghana, which is the year of return. Actually, it was already in Ghana, our friend Panafest, which was being implemented under J.J. Rawlings in 1992. Panafest, Pan-African Festival. So beside catcher say NPP4 brought a new tourism concept in Ghana. The African Americans in the diaspora or Black Africans in the diaspora came back to Ghana and asked for a new trip because Panafest has been in existence since 1992. Somebody can also go and cross-check and then come to refute what I'm also trying to say. Then I also moved on to NABCO. So when NPPs came to power and they said they have brought a policy called NABCO and then employed 100,000 youth into various services. I proved say there be NABCO a NDC policy no capture that it was 2016 budget being presented in Parliament on 13th November 2015 by Setepe. And in that document, on page 185, actually, and then paragraph 991 now, 100,000 people were to be captured already by the then government and NDC. So these are all documents. I'm beginning it. And yes, I'm just faking anything. You can also go and cross-check. And 2016 budget as a tech and that is the last budget I used as a tech before NDC opposition. Paragraph 991, page 185, you can find this document at the screen to say these were policies at NDC in the buy. And actually, NDC was about to call it Community Improvement Program. So NPP only came to change the name from Community Improvement Program to NABCO. It didn't do anything. 100,000 in were they captured there already. And then the source funding in Edda. It is Ubi Edda as well. You can also go and read it and then cross-check the facts. VM Saga City, we have work there. And then Kawaya late one. And so moving forward, then I've also said, one village, one dam. NDC actually brought that policy already and sent NPP back. So they just only changed or added a name or as a shoe name or whatever than another policy. So if a company or somebody designs a shoe, that's how the shoe no come out will be. That's also when if you want policy more, that person cannot say it's on a manufacturer shoe, no, because of policy. So I don't find fault with NPP when they say they are doing it or they are doing that, but they should give credit and then let Ghanaians know say policy way there or whatever, but they are just crediting it. Enti abusan for nyame adoma 1 hour with monofi ebi amede besi wa ha. Say we so that thing be person or add there. You can also add it in the comment section. Now after the rebuilding. So I'm just ready. If you've been testing BS and as somebody tells me say what I'm saying is not true, we can all go back and then read all those documents and then see say 7 American be or almost everything I said here and yes I can and I'm just doing it to develop the country because the youth of Ghana needs employment. It is maybe the policy balance is employing the youth. Why not? In a way and some, but don't lie to say youth and say a policy because when you use the money for the 100,000 now, JM Edinburgh harder than you can sign NABCO is gone, and that is how NPP are buying needs to set up. You need to set up. Many are Saga City Vim. That's it. Why are you late by any me and them a mountain, but originally I will be on board. Say 6:40. I'll just be around by 6:40. NTM program 1 hour with Munufie, and it's being streamed live on YouTube 1 hour with Munufie, and then Facebook 1 hour with Munufie. Until you beat my copy on these 2 platforms. So when you subscribe and I say when you like it, and I say when you follow any of our pages as well. But you will beat me follow some of the pages. All these 2 pages, 1 hour with Munufie on YouTube, 1 hour with Munufie on Facebook. The whole videos will be over. Beat me anytime we are open. Beat me back to our videos and I say old ones and also now power. you can also view it because these are all there. And I always come live show. Except if you be me posting on a normal video, but all my programs on a live video, just a 1111 PB. I just do it like that. And it's something that I always try to do because I don't wanna waste much people. Men say, and as I mean, can't say ma, minim asem kora maker. And that is how I do my things always. And the program no, nyame ya adom no da dom ya me de besi wo ha na afide. If I just say oh comment be answer, you can just comment as I have said. And I say if you think like adding anything, so you can also add it because I didn't insult anybody, but I just brought the facts as I see it. That is how I see almost everything. Then I just say it like that. Until William Munufi Amankona.
I'm not going to step down for anybody. Yes. If we have to come together, we'll come together. But coming together will depend on how they conduct this November 4th election. But 26th,